Normally, I don't ask people to do anything. In fact, I can't even get people to like, comment, and subscribe, so let alone convince them to do something more grandiose. But do not contact this woman. Okay? Do not contact this person, because people with her ideology, I have seen it, they consider even the most mild criticism to be harassment, and they consider harassment to be actual murder. So do not contact them. Like, these people are like the modern day alchemists. They're like sorcerers. They can take harassment, mold it around like chakra, and turn it into cash. Like, I have seen certain social justice activists that use even the most mild criticism and transform it into tens of thousands of dollars onto their Patreon. So please, for the love of God, do not contact these people, okay? This video is not about her as a person. This video is about the company which hired her as a person in order to make the Star Wars The Old Republic remaster. That's the problem, you know, because a lot of people are pointing out, why is it time and time again when you have a remake or a remaster or something like that, why is it that it's always a social justice activist in charge of the product? A social justice activist that either actually hates the franchise, and they are on Twitter expressingly saying it, that they don't like the franchise. For example, the Thundercats had the author, the person in charge, saying that they didn't like Thundercats. Or in this case, a person that says that Knights of the Old Republic isn't her favorite. By the way, I'm not saying it needs to be your favorite in order to be in charge of the production, but what I'm saying is, like, there are so many people out there that do have Knights of the Old Republic as their favorite. So why didn't you pick one of them, right? Why is it time and time again a social justice activist? And I'll tell you why. It's the same reason why you have all the remasters and remakes. Because the way the company thinks is that making a remaster isn't very difficult. So you can put mediocre people in charge of the production, and the talented people that for some goddamn reason still remain in your company get to make actual games. They get to make something that's more interesting. So they use like the lack of talent and the mediocrity to actually create remasters and remakes, and the actual talent, they put them on decent projects. So this is why you'll constantly see this. Like, you'll notice that it's a trend. Whenever you have a remake or a remaster, it's usually someone that genuinely despises the franchise, that belittles the fans, and that they do social justice. And I can tell you why this is, right? Fighting the patriarchy, like this woman claims, and we're going to look into it in a bit. Like, fighting the patriarchy requires a lot of work. It's like a modern wizard. You need to keep your heads in the books. You need to read a lot of literature. You need to study constantly. A library of books about how to dismantle the patriarchy and promote socialism and suck Herbert Marcuse's cock exists that require the activists to study. So when you fill your head with all that knowledge, when you become so intelligent, you don't really have more room in your head on how to create good games or anything else for that matter. You know, unfortunately, the human brain has a limit. It's like a hard drive. At certain point, it's got like insufficient disk space. So you need to you need to clear up some of the information, but they can't clear up on how to fight the patriarchy, which is a very comprehensive and expansive subject. So you don't really have anything left, right? So this is why when you have like the social justice activists, they don't know how to make games, right? And they don't even know how to tell a good story from a bad one. And here you have examples with this lady, which is in charge of making the new Star Wars The Old Republic, belittling the fans. Look, here you have her gaslighting. If you want to hate Rey, at least be honest about it. You hate that she's a Mary Sue because she's a woman, okay? So before Rey, there were no women in movies. Absolutely none. Like, Rey is the primordial female. The primordial thing. It's just mind-blowing, right? And the only reason that, like, she's a mind reader. She's like Charles Xavier. This is like what the intellect does. When you read so many books, when you study so much literature, legend has it that after you have a mouthful of Herbert Marcuse, you start to understand, like, how other people think. You start to understand their motivations. You can peer into their souls. You can peer into their hearts. You have like a deeper understanding of the universe. And then, you know, like, look, the snotty, angry baby boy. This is the people that she expects are going to put food on the table for her and her family. And the answer is yes, they will put food on her table because they're addicted. Like, for them, this is crack. Like, for them, they can't help but buy the game. And she knows this. So, you know, she's like doing a little bit of S&M, I guess. She's looking at her pay piggies and like, oh, you snotty, angry baby boy, you. Ha ha ha, snotty, angry. Snotty, angry. Right? She's belittling the fans. Why? Because the fans like it. They enjoy this. They enjoy a strong, empowered woman looking down at them. And it's like, shut the fuck up and give me your money. Buy the product, consume, you know. Look at this. None of the Star Wars toys or clothes at the Disney store are separated by genders. Because, of course, you know, if the marketing team tries to make it more convenient for people and they decide, all right, well, these toys are usually what boys like and these toys are usually what girls like. Let's put them on different aisles so people have an easier time. It's not like there's a force field on the aisle, you know, like you as a boy can always go onto the girls' aisle and buy stuff from there and vice versa. But no, it's not a private company can do whatever it wants. If a company does this type of gender segregation, it destroys the fabric of the universe. It peers through reality. It's like when Jesus was crucified, you had like the temple and the earth cracking into two. That's what happens when you do this, right? See? She reads a lot of books, like she understands how the world works. She understands how the atoms are. She understands like everything. And then she also goes on a tangent about white women. Like, white women are also bad, okay? Because they vote against their own interests. Like, I'm telling you, like, she understands the fabric of humanity. You think you know your interest. No, you don't. Like, the social justice activist knows your interest. You think that your mother who raised you, you think that your father know more about you. No, the social justice activists, they read so much. They have so much knowledge into them that they know better than you know yourself. So they will tell you what your interests are. And if you don't do it, they will shame you for it. I also seen when the workers didn't vote for the Amazon union, like some of the most upset people about it, some of the most ass-hurt people on Twitter were the ones with the hammer and sickle that are supposed to represent the worker. They were the ones that were the most upset, right? But anyway, I just wanna show you the type of person that's going to receive your money if you buy the new Star Wars game, right? It's your choice if you want to buy it or not. I personally will not buy it. And it's not just because of this lady being in charge of the production, mind you. No. It's due to the fact that I am sick and tired of remakes and remasters, alright? If you want my money, big corporation, make something new. Right? If this was like a sequel to Star Wars The Old Republic, it was like Star Wars The Old Republic 3, and it was good, I would have bought it. I would have definitely enjoyed buying it. Maybe I would have supported if the story was great. Personally, I don't think that this is even going to be good when it comes to story. If you put a person like this, if you put an ideologue, it would be literally the same like putting a fundamentalist Christian that has Jesus tattooed on his pee-pee. It would be exactly the same because these people, they cannot detach themselves from their ideology in order to create something that's entertaining. No, they want to create something that educates you. In other words, they want to create propaganda. And last time I checked, the advantage is that propaganda should be free. Alright? Like, I should be able to get it for free. I shouldn't pay for propaganda. I'm coming from beneath the Iron Curtain, from within the bowels of the Soviet Union satellite states, and I can tell you that at least the propaganda here was for free. You wouldn't have to pay for it. So I'm not going to partake into this shameful capitalistic display where you have to pay for propaganda. You know, hopefully there are other ways that you can share the wealth, if you know what I mean. If like, is there a way you can get this propaganda for free? I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Again, do not contact this lady. This is not what the video is about. This video is to make people aware of the type of individuals that work at the new Star Wars The Old Republic remake. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. And yeah, I know. Remake, remaster, I mix them up. You get what I tried to say. Stop being so pedantic about it.